That's Justin Grace, the button clicker. I am Tristan Stallings. That picture there was taken in Florida by my cousin Cody. We haven't talked pretty much since then. He said I stole his girlfriend. I said no, I didn't. But you know, we haven't talked. But I was pretty impressed by the picture he took there. I was in the laundry room in Old Town. If anyone's been to Old Town, it is pretty sweet. You've been to Old Town, haven't you, Justin? Baseball. All right. They have a 3-story go-kart track. Pretty fun. And they have a drift track, and they have one that you just do once, and it's pretty stupid. But
where is it? It's where?
Old Town.
It's a 3-story. You driving go-karts inside, and you're
no 3-story. Like it goes up like a spiral.
And you're riding a go-kart.
Yeah, you're on a go-kart. Then you go down this really big hill, and it just sounds like it's gonna blow up.
What a rush!
All right, you take next. I was born March 25th, 1993. When I was born, my mother cried. Not because she was happy, because she was sad, because she said I was the ugliest baby she's ever seen. My hair stuck up, she said I looked like the guy from Star Wars, Yoda. I wasn't very happy with that, but I said, look at me now, you know what I'm saying? My mom is Lisa Granger, she married Clifford Granger. Not a cool guy. My dad is David Stallings, he loves beer. But he's also a great guy. My brother Trenton Stallings, he's a thieving brother of mine, but I plan on graduating, going off to college. My grades are pretty good, my GPA is pretty good, so I probably will graduate. I plan to go to Fair State. Some interesting facts about me. I was shot in the face when I was in 1st grade by my stepbrother Dylan Granger. And I walked into his room, he said, get out. And I was like, yeah, not gonna happen. He's like, get out. I was like, still not gonna happen. So he cocked the gun, went just like this, bounced off my tooth and up.
What kind?
Click next. A pellet gun. Wasn't that bad, but you know, it went in, bounced off my tooth, and they said it was a centimeter away from my nerves. If it would have hit my nerves, I would have been paralyzed on my right side. So he got arrested. He didn't really get in trouble like that much because I told him it wasn't really his fault. But I had the pellet, but I couldn't find it, so I couldn't take a picture of it. But it's all dinged up, and they have lead in pellets, so they had to do surgery right away. But they went in my mouth, so I didn't have a scar out here, and be called Scarface. And it bounced off my tooth, like my back tooth. Never did anything in my tooth, which is kind of weird. So it went into my mouth, bounced off the tooth, back up in my cheek, and it was like right around here. And I was in Miss Tubbs' class. I don't know if anyone had Miss Tubbs. Yeah. But Miss Tubbs pretty much babied me. It was pretty cool. Next. I broke my arm when I was in 2nd grade, Miss Sargent's class. My brother kicked beach ball, and I went to chase it, and I tripped over a pipe. My stepdad, he builds motorcycles. I tripped over a pipe and it fell. Actually, it was this arm. I broke it in 2 places. Didn't go to the doctors until the next day because I have a high pain tolerance, so I didn't really cry. And my mom's like, oh, you probably just like sprained it or something, or did something to it. And I was like, yeah, you know, that's whatever. Just took it in the next day to Dr. Dean, which is my doctor, and he took an x-ray and said, yeah, it's broken in 2 places, you're gonna need a cast. All right, sports. I love sports. I love to talk about sports, I like to play sports. Gives me something to talk about with Justin. Don't even show me the Michigan State shirt. Basketball and football are pretty much the only sports I like. Football is in the fall, obviously. I was starting right tackle and field goal kicker until homecoming game. Most of y'all know I blew out my knee 3rd play of the game. Basketball, didn't really play a lot this year, probably because I wasn't that good, but I like playing it. Last year, kind of disappointing that I don't get to play again. All right, Michigan is the all-time best at everything. State can't compete with them in basketball, and we made that obvious. And football, Michigan just had their downs because, obviously, look at their coach. Next. Next. I really just did this for last because I really don't know if this is real. Click next. That goddamn thing is huge. They said he was native to Guam. But they said it was in Photoshop. That thing is huge. Crabs I would not like to get. That's a rabbit. Don't ask me. Kind of looks like a cat with, I don't know, bowl game, maybe. But you can see the little nose, and so you can kind of tell it's a rabbit. But I would actually like to have a rabbit like that someday.
That's like a chia pet on steroids.
My dog and my cat. That's my dog Duke. Duke. I named him Duke because Duke was my favorite basketball team the year before they won everything. But Michigan, since they started doing good, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll start liking them again. Next. Kit Kat. That cat is crazy. Yes, her name's Kit Kat because that's my favorite candy bar. But that cat acts just like my dog. Like, we got her when she was too early. Like, we weren't supposed to have her yet, but the guy didn't want her, said he was going to either shoot her or take her. And I was like, all right, we're going to probably take her. She carries stuff around the house in her mouth. She'll attack you when you're getting dressed, anything like. And then when you're sleeping, I don't know if she's nocturnal. I think cats are nocturnal, something like that. Or that's just that one maybe. She jumps on top, like if you have your door shut, she'll jump on your door and swat it and scratch it all the way down. So you really don't get much sleep. And then I would usually open the door, grab her, you know, if you grab a cat like that.
Scruff, yep.
And I usually toss her in my mom's room. And it gets my dog going. And then I go psst, like that to my cat, and it gets, loud pitch gets her going. And the dog would chase around the house and wake my mom up. So it's not my cat. So.
Gotcha.
All right. I've had 4 surgeries. I had one last summer on my stomach because they thought, all right, my appendix and my small intestine wrapped around my appendix. So they removed my appendix, and they asked my mom if I had gotten in a car accident before because it was stuck to the muscle in there. I don't know. I don't have any muscles in there, but that was one surgery. I had tubes put in my ears. That's no big deal. I had knee surgery, and obviously the bullet in my face. And my knee surgery was 10th grade year. I tore my meniscus. By dog Rex. I was attacked by a dog when I was in 6th grade. A Rottweiler. I reached around her neck, his neck, and he was, I'm not even joking, that dog was like this big.
Trying to rub this in or
to
what?
give her a hug, his neck, and it must have been scared, so it snapped and like bit me inside the head, and I had 8 stitches, which ain't a lot, but it got behind my ear, and I thought, and I'm kind of like you, I'm deaf in my left ear now, so, next. Yeah, I plan on going to law enforcement, become a police officer in the future. My stepdad's not a big fan of that because he told me I probably wasn't going to be allowed back in the house if I become a police officer because he don't like police. He's got a red flag on his record for assaulting a police officer. If y'all know my brother, he will probably be arrested by me if that's even legal because he's been to jail, I want to say 4 or 5 times, and he's only 20 years old. He stole a quad, and the next day he took up to the Honda shop to get parts for it, which I don't know why he'd do that. They called the cops. He was put in jail he was supposed to go for over 5 years, but they only gave him 4 months for good behavior. 4 months, obviously, he's scared because something might happen. All right. I was accepted to Ferris State, but I'm not going there. I am going to go to Mid for 2 years, then go to Ferris State for 2 years, and then go to the academy for 5 weeks. Hopefully become a police officer in either Florida or California. I do not want to be in Michigan tomorrow. Next. My best friend Keegan Ames. This kid is freaking sweet. He has Tourette's. Not the swearing Tourette's, but the twitching Tourette's. And if anyone knows the song Don't Hate Me Because I'm Beautiful and they sing that, I always say Don't Hate Me Because I Have Tourette's. And we get a laugh out of it because I'll be sitting there and that song will come out like, don't hate me because I have Tourette's. And he's like, oh, it's like, that. But I was going to put a rap video he made up here. It wasn't really a rap video, but McDonald's, you know how they go up there. He did that in McDonald's, and it pretty much screwed the person up there. They're like, oh, sir, all I got was a number 9, because he said a number 9 like my shoe. And they were like, all right, whatever, we're going to Burger King. We peeled out of there. And, we got to Burger King, and Keegan's like, hey, take ketchup packets, throw it at the lady when we go back in here, like up the drive-thru. I was like, okay. I was nervous. So she does like, can I get some ketchup pack? She hands it to me. I go, and we take off, and it's slush on the ground. So I wasn't really moving. I was like, I go back there 2 weeks later, and she's there, and I was like, I can't buy any food here. And Katie's like, why? I was like, that's the lady that we threw ketchup at. She's gonna know. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything about me that you need to know. So that's it.
Well done. Well done.
But